We are hearing from GTHA residents currently in Cuba. For more on this, let's bring in CP24's Arta Zakarian joining us live. Arta.
Bakari, thank you so much for this. I'm actually going to bring in a special guest. Lyon Lee is from Toronto and is currently in Cayo Coco, Cuba right now. Lyon, thank you so much for taking the time out of your vacation to join us this afternoon. Can you tell me about your situation right now? What are you experiencing?
For the most part, it's been a little challenging at times. The biggest thing has been no hot water at times. We've only had 2 nights of hot water. There has been a power outage here. We have been communicated that on the ground from Air Canada reps that there are impacts due to the fuel, and accordingly, we're adjusting.
When did you first notice the impacts of the fuel shortage?
Immediately, the first day we arrived, there was no hot water. We communicated to the staff. We got some hot water for a couple of nights. This was last week. And then again, no more hot water. They've communicated that the buses and excursions, they're saving fuel for that. And it's also impacted the staff here.
Can you tell us more about that, how it's impacted day-to-day activities at the resort?
Outside of the food, there's some things that are missing, nothing major, but what we have seen is the staff that would usually be bussed in on a daily basis no longer being bussed in. They're being asked to stay here for a week at a time, and obviously that impacts their families because they don't have enough fuel to actually for the buses to bring in workers.
Lyon, when we were speaking earlier before this interview, you mentioned that there are other Canadians as well at your resort. Have the guests been talking about it? What has been the conversation like?
I think it's well aware. Thankfully, there's internet here, so we do have an idea. People are curious and concerned mostly about the staff and the people here. I think the people here at the resort, the staff have been amazing, and they are incredibly resilient. So kudos to them for managing the best in a difficult situation.
Has your resort provided any information or guidance to deal with the no hot water, for example?
Yes, they've been trying to get it, but again, they can only do so much. So, we have a small child, a 4-year-old, so shower time is obviously very difficult with cold water. But again, we're trying to make do and stay positive. It's still beautiful here, and thankfully it's warmer now, so it's a little better.
I know you're set to fly home tomorrow. Have you received any updates? You're flying with Air Canada. Any updates from Air Canada about the status of your flight?
They've only communicated to us via email saying just check in normally. On arrival, the staff did tell us that there might be some challenges, but weren't very specific outside of making sure that we are there. But they assured us that they had contingencies in place to ensure that we would get to the airport okay.
From what you've experienced, do you think that there's anything that Cuban or Canadian officials can do to better assist you in a situation like this?
I think more communication. I mean, we didn't register with the government that we're here. Also, Air Canada, again, I don't think this was on anybody's bingo cards for 2026, right? So give credit where credit is due. They are dealing with an incredibly difficult situation. So most of the people, are patient and are, for the most part, understanding.
Lyon, thank you so much for this. We wish you a safe flight home and to enjoy the last day of your vacation. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me today.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Lyon Lee is in Cayo Coco, Cuba today. He is staying at a resort with his family.